Hi, I'm Chanuki Illushka Seresinhe. I'm head of data science at Zoopla, and I'm also the founder of beautifulplaces.ai. Yes, absolutely. I can. There's many takeaways that I would like people to think about. One of the things that I think is really important is the fact that image data is quite underutilized. There's lots of data that's actually hidden in the image that people don't know. So it could be object recognition, for example. But as I'm working at Zoopla and we're looking at property images, there's also styles, like the style of the property, like if it's, is it traditional, contemporary, is it a Victorian property or an Edwardian property? And there's just a wealth of data that's actually hidden in images that people don't take advantage of. So images can also be a really fantastic resource for understanding how people actually convert. So again, if we think about a website like Airbnb, they're trying to figure out how to create that listing in a way that somebody's actually going to want to book that property. And turns out that when they were actually doing the analysis, price, location, and the quality of the image actually made an impact on that. So again, images are quite often underutilized, but if you start to really think about how people interact with images, they're probably going to see the image more than they're actually going to read the text. And the image is going to make that immediate first impression. So always think about how that really interacts with your consumers and how that can actually help people convert. So yeah, it might be the quality of the image. It might be a type of image that might appeal to one user compared to another user. So yeah, just another dimension to really take into account. So intuitively, I think people don't realize the data that's actually hidden behind imagery. It's easy to, when you read a text description, because you can see the word in the text, it's easy for people to understand that that can become data. But when you look at an image, you just see the image itself. And the analogies, it's like when you go to an art gallery, you're looking at a painting, you just think, oh, that's a really beautiful painting. But there's actually quite a lot of symbolism actually hidden in the painting that's giving you a message. And that's the same analogy when it comes to images, that it's hard to see like all that hidden data that's actually there in the image itself. So that's why it's often underexploited. The more people start to understand the data that's actually there in the image and start using it, then they'll start to see that actually this is such an important source of data that we should also be taking into account. So of course, generative AI is such a big trend that's going on. What I think is important, so I obviously computer vision is what I'm really excited about. So I'm thinking what is actually interesting with generative AI is there's research coming up, and this is Stephen Law, based at UCL and the Turing Institute, and he's looking at how we can use generative AI to make computer vision models more explainable. So normally when you use neural network models, there can be a bit black box. You don't really know what's going on. So if you train a computer vision model and say to predict a house price, you don't exactly know what's actually driving that decision. Now, if you attach a generative AI model to the computer vision model and say, generate me an image, you give it an image of a normal house and an image like with, an increase, say, in £20,000 in value, you can see what's actually being generated and use that as a way and an explainable tool to actually understand what's happening with the computer vision models. So it's really exciting because a lot of people are playing around with generative AI and probably not realizing that generative AI can actually also help other models be more explainable. So that's a new trend that's coming out that I think is quite fascinating. Yeah, it's been really fun to be at Jay on the beach. I mean, beautiful location, Malaga. It's my second time here. I really love it. Just fantastic to be on the beach. But it's also really friendly. It's so you can easily make friends here. We met some new friends, went for dinner yesterday. And I really like that environment where people are just really approachable and everybody's having a really great time while talking about really interesting, technological projects. So it's fantastic.